Yes, everyone, welcome back to Stretford Paddock. Stephen Howson, and today I'm going to be looking at a potential striking option, a little bit of a scout report, if you like, on Alexander Isak. Big Swedish centre-forward. Is he the answer to United's centre-forward problems? I think with Cavani moving on, with Ronaldo moving on, well, let's be honest, Marshall is probably going to move on. No one knows what's going to happen with Greenwood. Rashford isn't ready to play down the middle. Safe to say United need to prioritise bringing in a striker this summer. And even if Ronaldo does stay, which has been touted at least a little bit, even if I don't believe it, United are going to need to bring in another forward. So is Alexander Isak the one? Well, let's have a look at him then. So he's 6'3", Swedish, currently playing for Real Sociedad. I caught it a transfer market worth around about 36 million. That gets doubled when United pick up the phone. I think we all know that. We're going to have a look. Is he worth it? What's his goal scoring record like? What's his play scoring record like? Isak started his career at his boyhood club, AK. Soon cemented himself as a regular really early doors, only 16 at the time when he managed his first campaign, and he got 10 goals in 24 league appearances, which is honestly ridiculous for a child. And he moved to Dortmund. As is the well-worn path for players when they're still taking their exams, is to go to Dortmund. €9 million was the fee in 2017, and he made 5 Bundesliga appearances in 2.5 seasons, failing to score a goal. So not quite the impact he would hope to have at Dortmund. However, Dortmund loaned him out to Wilhelm II in the Eredivisie, where he scored 13 and assisted 6 in just 16 league games. Those performances then caught the eye of Real Sociedad. They bought him on a 5-year deal in June 2019. And he's got a reported release clause of somewhere between 70 and 75 million, which ties up with what I reckon you'd probably be asking for him anyway, just based off that transfer market valuation. His first season in Spain, he managed to pull in 16 goals in all competitions, but only 9 in 37 La Liga outings. He was a little bit of a revelation, though, last season in La Liga. He scored 17 times for Real Sociedad and attracted interest from a lot of clubs, a lot of the big clubs around Europe. The same season, he also became the youngest player since original Ronaldo to score in 7 successive games in the competition, which seems like a mad one, doesn't it, when you've had some players that you've had in La Liga, but it is what it is. This season, he's only scored 4 in 24, registering 2 assists along the way. For Sweden, he's got 9 in 32. And he's recently come out talking about how he would like to play in England. Back in November, he was interviewed by The Independent, and he said, I'm in a good place at the moment, very happy, but one day it would be nice to play in England as well. They have 6 or 7 of the biggest clubs in the world. It's very high level. And of course, one day it would be an alternative. Every player wants to be the best version of themselves and play at the highest possible level. People always count the goals. I want to score, but I want to be a modern striker. I love playing football, and that means being involved as much as possible. I think this is why Spain has suited me very well. Now, I would say last season he did attract a lot of attention with the numbers that he's put up. But I'm not sure the consistency is there for Manchester United to justify what's probably going to be a 70 to 80 million pound outlay on a striker that, okay, he has a good level of technical proficiency. He's a presence, but I'm not sure he uses that physicality effectively enough in La Liga. He isn't out here bullying La Liga defenders. And if he's not doing it to La Liga defenders, he definitely isn't doing it in the Premier League, where there's half a second less time and space on the ball. I don't necessarily think he would be suited to the Prem, where I think like the game is so different and so much more suited to his particular style of play. But I also don't think it's unsuited to him. I just don't see him being a top-level striker. If Manchester United are going to go and spend 70, 80 million pounds, you need to be looking at strikers who have consistently got not just 17 goals. Marcus Rashford managed 17 goals. No one's prepared to throw him the number 9 shirt and say, crack on. You need players, and by the way, that was in the Premier League, not in La Liga. You need players that are getting consistently 20-plus goals. To be the number 9 at Manchester United, you've got to be a big player. I don't think United are in a position at the moment to be taking a risk on someone who, okay, he's still fairly young in the game, but he's not had one blistering season. His best season is still below par, isn't it? he's still scoring a third of what the very top strikers are scoring. That's not going to be good enough for United for the money involved. There's a lot of other players in the mix, Jonathan David, Darwin Núñez, that I think would be a lot more of a sure thing than like Alexander Isak. We'll see if this one develops and we'll see if there's any concrete interest from the club. Cheers for watching.